Greetings everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry it's been a few days since I did a video. I didn't want to burn any vacation when I went to Gettysburg and also to Historicon. So I worked a bunch of days in a row just to kind of bookend this 10 days I'm taking off. So I'm real excited about that. I leave tomorrow. Scott's already arrived in country. He's in Pennsylvania. I guess he went to Gettysburg yesterday and he ran to David Brown, so that's kind of cool. Just didn't have that planned at all, just kind of ran into two guys, ran into each other, so it's pretty cool. And like David Brown was with his son. So this will be the basically the wrap-up video for the Battle of the combat at the Hill of Arinez, part of the Vitoria campaign by David Brown for General Day Armée 2. And also just a quick, if you're going to Historicon, I'll see you there. If you're going to Gettysburg, I guess I'll see you there too. And I'm looking forward to it. It's being my first convention, I think is the best word to say for it. So overall, this battle was great. My overall impressions, I did mess up some rules. Wow, that's nothing new there. Just I'm learning, so it's okay. Playing lengthwise was different. I think the French should have been surprised. I did forget that rule, but it kind of made up for the fact that my dice rolling for the French artillery was terrible. And they had a long time to shoot at the British as they came across the battlefield. And if they would have had 12-pounders, it would have been even more devastating. And they really inflicted minimal losses. They hit a couple, I think one battalion really hard, who were able to fall back to the second line, and basically they were combat ineffective for the rest of the game, except for just some support and some volley fire from the KGL. I believe it. No, it wasn't. It was a different one. Sorry, I got that confused. But they hit some KGL units too. Also, some of once they got close, there was some great canister fire from the French. The French finally started firing at that point. They hurt some of the KGL light stuff. But I think the big impact would have been if they could have gotten some solid 10s or 12s out at range and really, caused units to become disordered and not move and get trapped out there in the plains in front of the hill, and they just never really were able to accomplish that. Instead of playing on the 15-foot wide, we're dealing on a 7-foot wide. So the British were able to really concentrate their superior troops and superior numbers. They did have almost 4,000 more troops than the French did, and the quality was definitely on the British and German side with a lot of with a lot of veteran units, and a lot of veteran units, and then also all the large units were basically on the British side as well. So I guess basically outclassed the French. French didn't have any. They did have the 2 9th Léger units that were grenadier, but everything else was either line or reservists. So it does make a big deal. And then just having a smaller board and be able to, or smaller width to attack across, and to be able to just use their, I think I really rolled fantastically well for the British musketry, especially over here. Once Brisbane got up here, he was unloading the KGL lights and the 95th down here. Once they came up the side of Arinez, they were shooting fantastically well. British guns really never got to play an impact on this at all. I kind of blew that one, but and the cavalry charge was amazing. Even though I kind of broke a rule or two on that, it had to happen, and it was just a blast. It was fun seeing British cavalry coming all across the board and slamming into the French stuff after the French Lancers destroyed, I think it was the 40th, they ran them down to the ground when they couldn't form square. That's where a big chunk of the British casualties came from. No fun getting caught in line by a Lancer unit bearing down. They were coming downhill at them too, so it was just it was horrific. Overall, British started with 16,000 men, 960 cavalry, and 16 guns under the command of General Picton. The French under General Laval had 12,800 men, 960 cavalry, and 16 guns. Yes, I did play with the order of battle a little bit. That's something I will do and will continue to do. It's not going to be word for word of what David Brown did. I don't mind playing. I actually prefer to screw around a little bit with this stuff and put my own little flavor on it. No offense to him in the balancing. That's just the way I am. So, no apologies there. Overall, for the French, I played around with Scott's casualty system, and then I kind of added in killed, wounded, missing, and captured into the number of percentages. I think it's probably more realistic. I know a lot of these wounded guys are going to die later on of sepsis and everything else, and who knows who would die the next night getting from dysentery, eating from a bad pots and pans or something. But can't figure all that out. But the French lost 486 men killed, 983 wounded, 578 missing, 415 captured, total of 2,462 of their 12,800 men were kind of combat ineffective at the end of this engagement. That's 19.2%, which is pretty gross. Of their 16 guns, they had 12 destroyed, two captured, so a few got away. And of the cavalry, of their 960 men, they had 106 killed. I'm reading off a board. I'm not like Rain Man here. 248 wounded and 173 missing. So pretty heavy duty losses there. I think with the breakdown, it's probably a bit more realistic, but that's just my opinion. And it's kind of neat. It adds a little bit of flavor to it. And then I kind of was able to weigh in on certain situations throughout the battle where guys would be more likely to be captured, where guys would be more likely to take horrific losses, like getting charged down by lancers and things like that. And cavalry's having the ability to boogie. They're more likely to survive, run away, or not be captured because they got their horse. I guess horse gets killed, they're kind of hosed. For the British, of their 16,000 men, they had 595 killed, 958 wounded, 637 missing. Total loss of 2,190 combat ineffective. Very close to the French, but only 13.7% knocked out of their 16,000. They lost 2 guns, were destroyed in the combat, and of their 960 cavalry, they had 48 killed, 105 wounded, and 13 guys that they don't know where the heck they are. They said, I'm going to go somewhere else. They're missing. So, pretty brutal. A little bit of a different spin on it, not totally consistent with the last couple of battles. I might go back when I do the final wrap-up for the campaign, and if I like this, and if you guys like this type of a breakdown, might go back and do it on the other 2 battles and put a spin on it. And then when we figure out the total calculations for the entire Vitoria battle, we can compare it to the historical facts, and I'm sure we'll be a lot more brutal because I'm going to be a lot more brave when I'm playing with plastic shoulders than when I'm playing with a real guy trying to stab you with a bayonet. So whole different ball game. So as I said earlier, I leave tomorrow for Pennsylvania. Scott probably meet me at the airport. He's got a couple games tonight, I think, at Historicon. The conference starts today. I need to get some stuff at home, so I didn't go right away. With the work amount of days, it's worked like 9 days in a row, so you need to mow the grass and make things look presentable, so I didn't come home to some kind of triple canopy jungle in my backyard. My neighbors being upset. So got that done. Have been finally making some traction on Warlord Epic Civil War, guys. Very excited. I think I've got 8 sprues at least the bottom half's done of infantry and artillery and the officer. If you're familiar with the sprue for the epics, yes, which is a lot. I'm very happy about that, and hopefully I'll continue to knock those out. And got my date with Destiny. Also, with the job change, I'll have more time to hang out with James, and James said he's going to help me out. So we make the final push with the Confederates to flush out the order of battle for the Battle of Parable. We should make it. Knock on wood. If I have to play around with a little bit, we'll get there. And this is something I plan on doing year after year on the anniversary. I think it's October 8th, I think. Really got a hankering for BattleTech. I'm going to try Alpha Strike. I know it's not the most exciting thing to some people, but going to play a battalion-sized game. So I think it'll be a little bit more manageable. Playing Classic at 36 mechs, and I'm of a command, like a major commanding each battalion. So 9 lances each. It's a lot. In Classic, I think I have mech sheets covering 99% of the table. So at least in Alpha Strike, for my reading, it goes pretty quick. It might go too quick. I know there's a lot of people that have made kind of homebrewed rules to kind of slow things down. I'm going to try to play with what the rule book says. Of course, I'll screw that up too, but I'll try my best. And I'm just really going to play, and then hopefully I'd like to get a campaign of that going too. My favorite time period for BattleTech is right before the clan, so I'll probably play in the War of 3039. I think I'll do, I don't even know the name of the units. I know one of them is going to be Kurita, and the other one I think will be Lyrans or Lyrans. I bought the campaign book for 3039, and I'm reading that, but it's a lot of information in there, so we're trying to absorb all that. Plus the Alpha Strike rulebook, the Commander's Edition is just it's a lot. I'm doing these little trees on stands, working on these bad boys. These will work great for BattleTech and for also I think for the epic scale stuff. So that would be great. And then I've got just a few more mechs to paint out. These are from Catalyst Games. They're pretty fantastic. So really neat. And that was really, if you haven't seen my earlier videos, that was really my first foray into miniature wargaming back in 1984. But I played with the little paper cutouts when BattleTech was with FASA. So when I got in the military, I played a little bit, but I think I kind of more and more ventured into Dungeons and Dragons during that time, and then basically met my wife and didn't play that much anymore. So, but that's okay. And I still slowly grinding away on these guys. Oh, I'm having a moment. Sorry, Prussians. So got more of them to do. Really, only paint so many things at once. So I've got a couple irons in the fire here, but I've been really very, very excited about the progress I've made on the Epic ACW. So I'm taking my camera and my computer with me to Historicon and to Gettysburg. I'll be filming some videos there. I'll be able to do editing there. We'll release some stuff. Hopefully their Wi-Fi isn't too crappy where we're staying, and hopefully upload a couple things. If not, if it does suck, I'll save stuff and just upload it to my computer, and I'll do it when I get home. So not a big deal, but that's the plan, and I'm really looking forward to this, and hopefully I'll have safe travels tomorrow, and hopefully TSA doesn't confiscate my video camera or my computer, and should be good. So that's all I got. This game was great. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for all the comments and everything that people have said to me. about the game, and people have given me pointers on stuff I made mistakes on. I'll try to remember them all. It's if you never played General Day Armée, it is it's a pretty intuitive system, but there are some nuances to it, so it can be complex as well. But I think that's what makes it so good. It seems to capture the battle a little better than some of the other games, for me at least. Or rule system, excuse me. So that's all I got. I've got a bunch of mechs over here to my left and trees in front of me and left out Napoleonic guys. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I hope you're not too hot or too cold wherever you are, and everything's going good. So take care now, and we'll start putting out some stuff together. And Scott and I will also be, we'll knock out what campaign we're going to do next for Napoleonic. So I'll probably be totally fired up to do something. We'll have to see what I buy when I'm there too. I could come back with a complete alternate plan when I get back from seeing all these cool things at Historicon. So who knows? All right, you guys are awesome. Take care, have fun, and we'll see you. Bye.